Hey friends, welcome to your practice. My name's Sophie and today we're doing a strong, slow flow. Before we get started, I want to let you know about my Patreon in case you want to support my channel or the work that I do. I'll leave a QR code somewhere on the screen here so that you can easily access that. Now for today's class, you don't need any props, just a yoga mat, just yourself, and we're going to get started in child's pose. So sink your way into child's. Bring your forehead to the earth. And let your shoulders relax down. So don't worry about reaching the arms as far forward as you can. Just let your arms relax. With every exhale, feel as though you're melting into the earth. So it's this real felt sense of letting go. And then start to roll your head side to side on your mat. So your forehead is on the ground. And you're just rocking your head side to side as if you're like massaging your forehead. Bring your head back to center. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Again, inhale, exhale, and make your way into tabletop. Right into cat-cows. Drop the belly, lift your chest up, shoulders back, maybe your head back as well. Round your spine, chin into your chest. And keep going through cat-cows. You can go slow or fast, but perhaps if you chose to do this slow flow, then slow is what you're feeling like today. You can start to take some circles if you want. If you're doing circles, let's do 3 in each direction. Really slow and intentional. So you do 3 in the other direction. Or this purpose of this practice is to help us re-energize and get rid of stagnation. Come back to ourselves. Come back into neutral. And we do that by slowing down. We recharge by slowing down. Come up onto your fingertips and then walk your hands forward for puppy pose. Let your chest sink towards the ground. Put your forehead down. And then wrap your triceps towards each other so there's an engagement through the chest. Knit the ribs in, belly button up and in towards the spine as your chest comes down. So it's kind of opposing actions. Find your breath. Now with your left arm, weave it underneath the right for a thread the needle. Plant down through your right palm. Push down into the right palm so that you can twist more to the right. It's a sensation of pushing down through the palm and plugging back through the right shoulder blade. Pushing down through the left shoulder blade also. So we find this active twist and thread the needle. Then make your way back into puppy and switch sides. Your right arm reaches to the left. Left palm faces down, presses down to actively make your way into the twist. Maybe you reach your right arm out to the left a little bit further. Bring your right hand back through into puppy, and then make your way up onto your hands and knees. And tuck your toes. Walk your hands back, lift your knees up, and round and curl your spine as you lift your heels really high. Your chin comes down, so it's like you're in a little ball. Bring your knees back down to the ground. And we'll come upright to stand on the knees here. And untuck the toes. Bring the hands down by your sides. And then reach your arms up. And we'll slowly start to sit down with the hips as you take your arms back and make your way into a closed knee child's pose. So forehead towards the ground, arms back and down by your sides. Then we'll rise back up. Now you want to keep your core engaged. Utilize your glutes as you rise up slowly. Reach your arms all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, slowly come back down. Arms back, sit back through your child's pose. Arms down by your sides. And again, let's rise up. Go really slow. The slower you go, the more you can feel it in your glutes. And exhale, back down. And rise back up. Now stay here with the arms up. Reach your arms out wide. Take your right arm under your left arm for eagle arms. Right arm under left. And if you'd like, you can take a back bend. Keep engagement in the core as you lift from the upper back. Think about knitting the ribs in or tucking the tailbone. We'll come out of the back bend, but keep your eagle arms. Reach the elbows forward, and you're nice and straight now. And then let the move your hands rather a little bit to the right, and then tilt your head to the left. So we're stretching through the right side of the neck. And come back to center. So we have the right arm under the left. Remember that so we can switch our arms. Take your arms out wide. Let's go into a cactus. And then reach the arms back up, straight up, and all the way down by your sides. Take your arms out wide. Left arm under right. Eagle arms. Elbows forward and up. And then back bend. Then we come upright again. Tilt your hands a little to the left. Tilt your head to the right. Right ear towards right shoulder, chin slightly down here. Okay. We'll come back to center. Unwind the arms and slowly go into cactus. Nice broad open chest, maybe a back bend. And then release your arms down by your sides. Take a shoulder roll. Come onto the hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift your knees for downward facing dog. Lift your heels high. Inhale. Exhale, lower them down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good. Walk your feet slowly up to your hands. Little baby steps. Let your upper body hang down. Maybe a rag doll, grab onto your elbows. As you exhale, drape your body over a little more. With every breath, getting rid of stagnation. Release your arms down. Slowly stand up. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step back into plank. With or without your knees on the ground, lower down to chaturanga and hold. And lower all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Lift up for cobra. Lower back down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Lift your thighs and knees off the ground by engaging your thighs. Engage your core. Press up into plank. It's like you're doing a reverse chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Slowly tiptoe your way up to the front of the mat again. And lift up halfway. Forward fold. And stand, reach your arms up with your inhale. With your exhale, we fold back down. Lift up halfway. Step back to plank. Now, with or without the knees, chaturanga and hold. So you're holding in your low push-up and come back up to plank. And again, lower down, hold, upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, flip back over the toes. Slowly walk your feet up to your hands. Lift up halfway. Shift your weight into your toes a little more and then fold forward. We'll stand and reach the arms up and fold back down to the ground. Lift up halfway. Step into plank. With or without your knees, chaturanga, hold. Come back to plank. Just 2 more of those. Lower down, hold. And back up. One more time, hold. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Slowly lift your right leg all the way up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Straighten the right leg back out. And bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Get it as high as you can and hold, hold, hold. And step your foot outside of your right hand. Lizard. Come up onto your fingertips in your high lizard. So keep your back knee lifted off the ground. Take an inhale. On exhale, straighten your right leg. Drop your head down, fold. Inhale, bend into lizard. Chest is broad. Exhale, straighten and drop and fold. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Stay here. Walk your right foot between your hands. Put your hands onto your hips and slowly rise up into a high lunge. Then reach your arms up. Lower your back knee to tap the ground if you can, and rise back up, straighten both legs. Slowly again, down, back knee taps. And we lift it back up. Slowly down, and then hold with the knee on the ground. We're going to stay here in a low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Take your hands behind you, interlace your hands, roll your shoulders back. Have this sensation of kind of squeezing the hips towards each other so that you maintain the integrity of the spine as you reach your arms back. And release your arms all the way up to the sky. Maybe you sink a little further forward for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift your back knee, pyramid pose. Your back heel goes down. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold over your right leg. Maybe you walk your hands out in front of you, tented up on your fingertips. Spread your toes and press into your right big toe mound. Feel into the back of the right leg, all the way from the calf, lowest part of the calf, up to the top of your hamstrings. Good. Bend back into low lunge. Plant your hands and step back into plank. Lower down onto your forearms with as little movement as possible in your hips and your body. And bring your left hand to your right elbow and take a side plank facing the right side of the room. Plant down through your left hand. So your left forearm is parallel to the front of the mat. Reach your right arm over your ear. Reach your right arm back up. We'll come back onto our forearms and bring the right hand to left elbow and switch sides. Reach your left arm up. If you can stack your feet, do so, or you can stagger them. Reach your left arm over your ear. Reach your left arm back up and come back onto your forearms. Now with as little movement as possible, come onto your hands, high plank, and then downward facing dog. Breath in and open mouth exhale. Feet together, lift your left leg high. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Straighten your left leg back out. Bring your left knee to your left upper arm as high as you can. Get it high, hold, hold, hold. And step your foot outside of your left hand. Come onto your fingertips. Broaden through your chest for a moment. Firm your back thigh. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your left leg as much as you can and fold. Inhale, bend. Broaden the chest. Keep going. When you come back into lizard, pause there, and then bring your foot between your hands. Put your hands on your hips. Slowly rise up. Reach your arms up, full high lunge. And lower your back knee down to tap the ground. And lift it back up. Use the strength of your legs. Lower down, tap. Slowly lift up so we're not rushing it. Lower down, tap, and up. And then lower all the way down. We might have done one extra on that side, but that's okay. And so shift your hips forward, but then squeeze in and up. So you're kind of lifting up and out of that. Take your arms behind you. Interlace the hands and do the opposite thumb on top. Roll the shoulders back. So we're not in our deepest lunge right now. Actively pull the shoulder blades towards each other on the back. Nice engagement in the core. And we'll release the arms and bring them up as you press your hips forward now. So now sink into it. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift the back knee and step the foot in for pyramid. Heel is down and the right toes are pointing to the right a little bit. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Anchor the left hip back a little more as you press down into your left big toe. And step back into low lunge. Plant the hands, step back into plank. Again, we'll lower onto the forearms with as little movement as possible. Forearm plank. Slowly lower your hips to the ground. Untuck your toes. Don't worry, we're not resting here. Or don't get comfortable, rather. Lift the hips off the ground, but keep the toes untucked how they are. So it's a plank, but without the use of your toes to grip. Think about wrapping the outer core in towards the midline. The right and left sides wrapping into the center for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower your hips. Lift your elbows for seal pose if you'd like. Or you can stay in Sphinx. And lower your elbows back down. Tuck your toes. Come back into a forearm plank. Slowly come back onto your hands for high plank and downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Feet together and lift your right leg up. Now, keeping the right leg straight, can you step it outside of your right hand? So you might have to come up onto your right fingertips for this. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Now walk your hands to the left side of the mat. Readjust your legs for prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. So your feet are in line with each other. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Just 2 breaths here. Now lift up halfway. Bend your left knee into a side lunge. Right leg is straight. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Stay on your right fingertips and reach your left arm up, twist as you press into the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left hand back down to the ground and then come back into a straight leg position. Now, side angle pose with the right toes pointing forward. So you're going to turn your right toes forward, bend your right knee. So it's like you're in warrior 2 legs. Then reach your left arm up and maybe reach the left arm over the ear. Right fingertips are on the ground and your right knee is pressing into the right tricep on your right arm. Rotate your chest up towards the sky even more. Now press down into the feet and slowly rise up into warrior 2. And readjust your legs as needed. Maybe you might have been in too long of a stance as you rise up, so you have to adjust. And then we settle for a moment. Flip the right palm, reverse warrior. So it's a side bend. Stretching through the right side body, keep the back leg strong. And we'll come right into half moon. Right hand down, left leg up, foot is flexed. You could stay here, or you could bend your left knee and grab onto your foot for Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Then re-extend your left leg. Put your left fingertips on the ground, standing split. So rotate your hips so that your hips are facing down, or facing the same direction rather. Left leg reaches up, up, up. And slowly step back into low lunge. Plant the hands and step back into a one-legged plank. Chaturanga with one leg if you'd like, and come back up to a one-legged plank. Lower down halfway and rise back up. And down halfway, both feet down, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Feet together. Left leg lifts. Keep your left leg straight. Maybe come up onto your fingertips as you swing your left leg all the way out to the left. Walk your hands and turn your whole body to the right. Straighten both legs, line the feet up with each other. Lift up halfway. Inhale, exhale, fold. Take 2 breaths here. Lift up halfway. Bend your right knee. Put your left fingertips down, reach your right arm up, twist. Really opening the body to the right. We're working to create more space in the front of the chest by pulling the shoulders apart from each other, shoulder blades towards each other. Inhale. Exhale, put your right hand back down, straighten both legs. Then turn your left toes to face the front of the mat. Bend your left knee, we'll come into side angle. Sweep your right arm up and over. You can either take it straight up or it can go over your ear towards the front of the room. Can you rotate your rib cage up to the sky a little more? At the same time, you're firming your back thigh, pressing the outer edge of the right foot down. And slowly rise up to warrior 2. Readjust your stance as needed. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. And we'll come into into half moon. Left fingertips down, right leg lifts, flex the foot. Option to bend your knee, grab onto your foot. Re-extend the right leg. Put both hands on the ground, standing splits. So your hips are rotating now so that your right hip is in line with your left hip, but then lift your right leg up. And slowly step back to low lunge. Plant your hands, one-legged plank. Here we go, chaturanga, hold, and come back up. So we're not speeding through it. Put your knees down if you need to. Lower down and up. Last chaturanga of the day. Down, upward facing dog. Inhale and exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Shift back into plank. Lower your knees down and come all the way to the ground. Just like in thread the needle, take your left arm underneath of you to the right. But then slide your right knee up and bring your hands together. So your palms of your hands are together. Then open up with your right arm, twist, and face the ceiling. So it's a different way to come into a supine twist. Feel your breath and your heart rate starting to slow down. Relax your jaw. And slowly bring your right hand back to meet your left. And then slide your right leg back, plant down into the hands again, and thread the right arm underneath the left. Slide the left knee up, hands together, and then open up. Face the ceiling. Relax the jaw. Soften the mind. Bring the left hand back to meet the right. Slide your left leg back as you plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Come onto your hands and knees and back into child's pose. Knees wide, forehead down. Take 2 breaths. Rise on up. Take your legs straight out in front of you. Flex your feet. Slight bend to the knees. Reach your arms up and fold over your legs. Inhale, re-lengthen. Exhale, fold. Two more breaths. Very slowly we'll rise up, as slow as you possibly can. Cross your legs or come into any other seated position. If you have something to sit on to be more comfortable, I highly recommend that, like a block or a blanket or a cushion. And then close your eyes. Bring all of your awareness to your nostrils as you follow the flow of breath in and out. Where does the breath begin? Where does it end? And is there a space in between the inhale and the exhale? Perhaps a moment to pause and feel. What does the air feel like as it goes in to your nose, in through the nose, and out of the nose? Perhaps it's cool on the way in, warm on the way out. As you experience the delicate quality of your breath. The delicate quality of this moment. I invite you to stay longer in your meditation if it feels good to you. But for our purposes, our class will end here. So we'll bring the palms together at the heart. And then we'll bow together in gratitude. Thank you.